Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica if you are new here. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this video and check out some of my other homeschool videos. I am a homeschool mom of 2 girls. I have a preschooler and a 4th grader, and we've been homeschooling. This is our 4th year homeschooling. So this channel is dedicated to homeschool. I do add some mom life type videos like hauls and day in the life and things like that. I kind of post whatever I find enjoyable on this channel, but for the most part it is a homeschool channel, so I hope you enjoy this video. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and tuning into another one of my videos. So today's video is going to be a homeschool update. Since we started school about the end of August, I didn't do an August update, so this video will be our August/September update. I'm just going to talk about what we've liked so far this year and what we haven't liked, if we've had to change anything or add in anything, just that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. The first subject I want to talk about is science, because so far that has been my favorite subject. We have started the Good and the Beautiful science curriculum this year. We've always used something different in the past, and I've always liked certain things about it but haven't really loved it. So far in the 6 weeks that we have done school, we have absolutely loved the Good and the Beautiful science. My girls love bugs, and so we decided to start with arthropods. I have my notes over here, so I'm going to be looking over here. We have studied a lot of bugs so far the past 6 weeks, but I think our favorite lesson had to be the wasps and bees lesson. My girls really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. I learned a few things that I didn't know, and just all the hands-on activities that are included in the lessons have been very engaging and interesting for my girls, and have brought the lesson to life a little bit, if that's the right word. It helped them this is what I'm trying to say. It helped them understand more of what we were reading. It wasn't just reading something and then done. It was reading something and having a little hands-on activity to explain it a little bit more. I think my girls have learned a lot about bees, especially my oldest, because this is geared for her, but my preschooler has really enjoyed it as well and has taken a few things out of it. I will say that we did add a few extra items into our bee study that I think made it a little bit more fun. One of the things is that we did go to the local fair that we had here, and that was a lot of fun to go to. We stopped at a bee exhibit. The bee exhibit was really interesting. They had a setup of bees, and so my oldest, Kylie, she looked around and tried to find the queen bee, which she found, and then we looked at the different types of bees to see if we could find the worker bees and the drone bees. So that was really interesting as well. And then I let them pick out a bunch of honey sticks. Every year we go to this bee exhibit and we pick out honey sticks. This year it was a little more interesting because we were studying bees at the exact same time, but the honey sticks are always a fun thing. My girls love honey, and so being able to pick out those honey sticks, they really enjoyed that and were able to eat that. And then, let's see, what else did we do? I did order a honeycomb so they could see what a honeycomb looks like and what the bees make, which was super interesting. They didn't really care for it, the taste of it, or the texture of it. The waxiness was a bit too much for them. They didn't really care for that. But it was fun to see and fun to experiment or experience. We did do a bee painting with Let's Make Art. Actually, yes, I do have it here still. So, my girls, they like color, and so they decided to color it with lots of rainbow colors. This is my 4th graders, my preschoolers, and this is mine. I enjoyed doing it as well. We love Let's Make Art, and so that was fun to paint a bee and get up close to the anatomy of it and talk about that a little bit more. And then we did get some library books. The lesson in the book recommends certain books, and I think I have it here. I do. We enjoyed The Bee Man the most. We read about how a bee man takes care of his bees, and so that was really fun as well. So we do like the Good and the Beautiful science. I like that it's not a lot of reading, it's a lot of hands-on activity, and my girls have enjoyed it and haven't groaned when I said it's time for science, so that's an A+. Next subject is history. We're just moving along in that. It's going great. We just finished Sarah Noble, and now we're reading The Matchlock Gun. We really enjoyed Sarah Noble, and so I hope the Matchlock Gun is just as interesting. We'll move on to IEW. IEW is moving along as well. We have no complaints about it. It's going great. My daughter is writing up paragraphs really well, and we're doing grammar with them as well. That's going great. I will go back to IEW, the writing part. I really do love the vocabulary games that it has included in it. My daughter is remembering all her vocab words a lot better than the Say grammar, where she just writes it down in her book. So some of those words she doesn't remember half the time because we're not studying them, but the IEW writing actually has them in the book, and you have to use them in the story, and you have to we play games every week, and she does have a vocabulary quiz, which I think is great. So I'm glad that that's included in IEW. So far, loving IEW, not making any changes to that. We're going to stick with their writing and their grammar. For literature, we did make a change. So she started the year reading Charlotte's Web. Every day she was supposed to read a chapter and then answer some questions in her study guide, in her student study guide. That was going over well for a while, but then eventually she was getting bored of the book. I should have seen that coming, actually, because we have read Charlotte's Web a couple times. She has even watched the movie, both versions, the live version and the cartoon version, a ton of times. She loved that movie when she was little. So I should have known that the book would have been kind of boring. She knew how it turned out. I decided that we're just going to put Charlotte's Web away and pull out the next book that I had on my list, which was The Tale of Despereaux. We've never read that book before. I haven't even seen the movie, knew nothing about the book, actually. So we did pull that book out, and we pulled out the student study guide I have with that one. That one's set up a little bit differently as to where she reads about eight chapters, I think, a week. And then at the end of the week, we kind of discuss. Throughout the week, we discuss it a little bit, but at the end of the week, we ask all the questions that are in the book, and we just kind of sit and talk about it. I don't have her write anything down. She has really enjoyed this part so far. So Tale of Despereaux is going over really well. She really likes the book. She even started reading the first chapter, and she said, this is so good. So I'm happy that we switched. She loves when it's time for literature. She'll pull that book out because she wants to know what happens next. Charlotte's Web, she knows what happens. She knows the whole movie, or the whole book inside and out because of the movies. So I'm happy with the switch to Tale of Despereaux, and I will be wiser with picking out books next time to not pick something that she already knows. So literature, we just made that small change, and everything's going well now. We're going on our third week of Tale of Despereaux now, and so far so good. Spelling's going great. She was struggling a little bit at the beginning with our dictations at the end of the week. She wasn't really getting anything right with her spelling. We switched a couple things around. Before, I wasn't doing the practice dictation. I don't know why I never did it before. She always did well without it. She just wrote her copy work. We'd read through it and go over it together, and she would do well at the end of the week. But this year she wasn't doing so well. So I did start doing the practice dictation, and since then she has been getting pretty much every single word spelled correctly at the end of the week when we do our final dictation. So super happy with Spelling UC. It's going great now. It wasn't at the beginning, but it is now. Thankfully, I don't have to change anything. I was thinking about changing it at the beginning of the year, but now I'm not going to because it's going really great. So the next subject I'm going to talk about is math. Honestly, I don't have a whole lot to update on that. My daughter has always done really well with math. She's cruising through it. She's above grade level for math, so all is good. I don't have a lot to update because my husband has taken over math for me. I found that math was the area where Kylie and I would butt heads a bit. We would get stressed with each other, and that's usually when voices were raised. I did not really care to teach math. I didn't know how to teach it to her to help her understand that well. I do still love the math curriculum, but I just can't teach it anymore. So my husband has taken over that. It's been great. The day has been just stress-free for me. I feel like I've been in a better mood because I haven't had to do math. So I'm super happy about that. That's one big update, that he's just taken over that. So the last few subjects, I think I have everything written here, but the last few ones, we're doing Abeka skill sheets for comprehension. Those are going great. We're doing geography, moving through that, poetry. She's been starting to write some poems, some short little poems. It's just easy stuff at first, and she's doing well with that. I like the poetry curriculum we picked out. Word roots, she's learning about prefixes right now and just how word roots work, and so that's going great. We kind of started that a little bit late. We didn't start that at the beginning of the year. I think we just started to do word roots 2 weeks ago. So far so good though. Morning basket, we've been enjoying our morning basket as always. I haven't been sticking so much to a loop schedule, just kind of been sitting down and reading what we want to read that morning. Morning basket is going great. I'm going to do an update video on that one soon of how it's going and what books we're going to switch out for the next month. For Clara's doing great with school. She's doing the Good and the Beautiful core curriculum, or she's doing the Good and the Beautiful preschool curriculum right now, and she's just zooming through it. She knows most of her letters. We did a lot of letter studies last year, so this is all just kind of review for her. And some of it is new because it's little gaps here and there that I didn't quite cover last year. So far the Good and the Beautiful preschool curriculum is going great for her. She loves it, and all the little activities and games and stuff that they have in there. She's been happy with it. And we have been doing developing the early learner. After we do a lesson in her Good and the Beautiful book, we'll usually pull this out and do a couple pages in here. She absolutely loves this book. So far, we're just doing those two things, focusing on those. We have been doing other small things here and there, but not consistent. This has been a consistent thing about 3 times a week. As for nature studies, I do have my nature backpack. We've only used it a couple times, but it has been fun to go out and explore and have our microscope on hand, our little tiny pocket microscope. I did have a couple people ask me to do a review on this, so this will be my tiny review on it. I'm going to insert a couple pictures in a second. We were outside the other day and my daughter, or Kylie, she found a dead praying mantis. She loves praying mantises. I think those are her favorite bugs. And she brought it over and we pulled this out and she was able to look up close to it. As you can see, the pictures are actually really clear with the microscope, but when you look through here, it looks so much better. So I really like this. I think it's worked out really well. We've looked at leaves and tiny bugs and flowers, and it gives a very good picture. So far I've been very happy with that, and we will continue using that. Last thing I'm just going to update on are our extracurricular activities. My daughter Kylie, she has always done gymnastics. She's done gymnastics since preschool. This month we are actually going to take a break from gymnastics. She has been talking about wanting to try jazz and do other things, but we haven't been able to do it because gymnastics takes quite a bit of her time. But she has decided that she does want a break from gymnastics. She just the passion hasn't been there lately for her. She still loves gymnastics. Maybe she needs a break to get that passion back. So she's going to try a couple other things. We're deciding what we're going to try. I think next month I'll update on that, what we ended up going for. But for now, we're taking a break from gymnastics, and I think we're going to try jazz because she's been very interested in that. But she will keep up with horseback riding lessons, which she loves. She's been riding for 2 years now. The passion is there. She loves horses. She loves riding. It's her favorite time of the week. As for Clara, she has started gymnastics, so she will continue with that. It's a half-hour lesson once a week, so just stick with that. And then she also has dance. That's all that the girls have going on. School is going great. I'm so happy with everything that we have going on right now and the changes we've made so far, and it's a good school year so far. That is all I have to update for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.